That's how God worked. Why you think in the beginning he said, let there be light? He could have just lit it up. Well, I started one at 10, but I didn't know it was a vision board. Just a teacher asked me what I want to be when I grow up, and I wrote, I want to be on TV. I kept that piece of paper till I was 27 years old. I got on TV when I was 38. I wrote it at 10, it happened at 38. I've had a vision board ever since. After that, I started making them out. I started putting them on my iPhone when I was probably 10, 11 years ago. I started putting them on my iPhone. And that was a game changer for me. In the past, how many times have I changed my vision board? Do you know, Ellie? 3 times since you've been working for me? So in 4 years, I've changed my vision board 3 times. I'm telling you right now, it works because it's the law of attraction. What you put out into the universe, that's what's going to come back to you. That's a fact. That's a fact. That ain't no theory I came up with. That's biblical. That's spiritual. That's how God worked. Why you think in the beginning he said, let there be light? He could have just lit it up. But he was trying to show us something. He said, let there be light. Then it was light. He could have just lit it, man. There's evidence of how this works. You don't have to go to college. You ain't got to go back and get no degree. You ain't got to do none of that. You got to have some faith, man. Quit going to church, memorizing all these scriptures and don't apply none to your life. What you down there for? You can judge me. I don't think with all that cussing you gonna make it to heaven. Well, I'll tell you what. You better hope like I'm hoping. And when we get up there, he grading on the curve. Because right now, I'm telling you right now, I'm about a 70. I'm just hoping that's a low A. You ain't no 100. You ain't even no 99, no 98. It ain't no perfect people, man. See, y'all, the people want to be Christians, but you make the walk seem too hard. The walk real. I can't stay on that white line every day. Sometimes I walk next to the line. Sometimes I just look over at the line. I ain't doing it today. And then when I get strong, I step back on the line. Ask God for forgiveness, keep on moving. But he keep on blessing me, man. And you can get them same blessings if you quit playing around with it. I dare you to go home and write down everything you want and read it every morning and every night. I dare you to do it. In 1 year, get your pen out and check out what you got. You end up changing your vision board too. But you got to believe it can happen for you. If you don't believe it happened for you, if you don't send it out, it ain't coming back. I was 27 when I got into comedy. I won amateur night on October 8th, 1985. I won $50, cried all the way home because I couldn't believe I had won this $50. And this girl I was riding with, she said, why you crying? It ain't but $50. I said, no, you don't understand. I was born tonight. I'm gonna go do this the rest of my life. She said, you won $50 and you gonna go do it the rest of your life? I said, I've been talking to God my whole life about what he want me to do. This it. I went to work October 9th the next day and quit my job with $50. I jumped immediately, but it led to a lot of catastrophes with that decision. You ended up homeless. I think being homeless kind of turned my life around because all the stuff my mother taught me as a Sunday school teacher that I wasn't listening to, I was hearing loud and clear because he had my undivided attention. God broke me down to get my attention because all I had was him. Because I had nothing else. I had no car, I had no money, I had no house. So I'm sitting up in here, man, I was paying real close attention to all the messages my mama had gave me over the years. I started reading the Bible again and started really understanding that I needed some help here. Took 3 years of homelessness and then a couple other bad decisions. Got it together, probably about my first car when I was 38 years old. First car I ever owned in my name. Bought a car when I was 38. Messed around, got a phone call from the Apollo, got on TV at 38, been on TV ever since. And
did your mom see your success?
yeah, see, you're gonna make me cry, boy. I don't feel like that. That was one of the great things about it. She was able to see me, you know, because I wanted her to see me, you know, because she had prayed for me so hard. I just wanted her to see her boy turn himself into something. I gave him money, bought him houses, cars. I bought my mama a house, took her to Texas. She didn't even want the house. How I'm gonna go to church down here? She didn't want the house because it was 700 miles from her church. And then my daddy didn't want the house because they don't play numbers in Texas. And I bought the house in the dry county and they ain't got no liquor store. So now my father trying to figure out how I'm supposed to live. I can't play numbers and I can't buy liquor. So I had to sell the house, get my money back, fly him back to Cleveland. So all he said, I said, well, Daddy, what you want me to buy you? A new car? And my daddy always wanted a Cadillac, so I bought my daddy a Cadillac, remodeled my mama's whole house. It was embarrassing. She wanted brand new walnut paneling and brand new shag carpet. Who buy that? So that's what I took that jump. Most people ain't gonna. See, a lot of times God show you stuff, you don't make a move on it because you scared. But you gotta remember something about fear. Everything you ever want, all your dreams and the best things in the life is on the other side of fear. You gotta get through this thing now. I just don't believe. Well, I know I wouldn't have got here without faith. Faith is a key component to my success. I don't really know how to, people they get a little tired of me sometimes talking about faith, but reason I talk about faith to everybody is because it's something that anybody can possess. You know, if I told you, that you had to meet an agent or you had to meet the right publicist or the right lawyer, your chances of meeting them is slim to none. But that ain't the truth anyway. Truth of the matter is faith. Faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. You got to want something that you don't see, know how you can get it. But you got to work towards it like it's a possibility. That sounds crazy, but that's what it is. You got to see a future that can't nobody else see. And the reason you can see the future is because it's in your imagination. Everything God has for you, he puts in your imagination. Albert Einstein said one time that imagination is everything, it's the preview to life's coming attractions. Everything we see in this world came from somebody's imagination. Well, let me tell you something about God. God places your future, what he has for you, in your imagination. It's that thing you keep imagining. Everything you imagine is not hocus pocus, it's real. It's God showing you a preview of a coming attraction he has for you, and he puts it in your imagination. That's why when you tell it to other people, they can't see it, because he didn't show it to them. He showed it to you. If he'd have wanted them to see it, he'd have put it in their imagination. But he put this in me when I was 10 years old. I wanted to be on TV. Ain't nobody see that. What, 1968? Little black boy talking about he won't be on TV. The only person on TV was Bill Cosby. You finna be on TV how? You can't be on TV. Ain't nobody see it. It ain't bother me. Bothered me a little bit because I was young, but ain't really bothered me. But at the time, I didn't realize that the reason they didn't see it because God ain't show it to them. He showed it to me. He showed it to me, man. So now, my mom was a Sunday school teacher, so I started applying faith, the belief in things that you cannot see. Now, couldn't nobody see me being on TV, and I didn't see how I was gonna get on TV. But I just kept believing it was for me. Do you understand what I'm telling you? All of you have the capability of having faith. You should use it. Why would you not use it? You're tripping. You're sitting up here trying to figure out your life. He done showed it to you. Over and over and over, he showed it to your imagination all the time. If you keep dreaming of that other job, you should go get that other job. But you ain't gonna be able to get that job if you stay on this job. Well, I don't see how I'm gonna get that job. Have you applied? Are you willing to quit and go over there and get the job? See that now? That's where faith without works is dead. Now that's where you got to start putting in some. What would you do? If God showed it to you and then showed you what you got to do to get it, the work part, are you willing to do that? I won amateur night October 8th, 1985. I won $50. First time in a comedy club. Cried all the way home. Girl kept asking me, why you crying? It ain't but $50. I said, no, you don't understand. I said, tonight it came to me. This is what I'm going to do the rest of my life. She said, with $50, I went to work October 9th the next day and quit my job. I quit my job the next day. Ain't nobody see that. But I knew this was my route. This was my only route to ever get on TV. So I quit my job. I took that jump. Most people ain't gonna. See, a lot of times God show you stuff, you don't make a move on it because you scared. But you gotta remember something about fear. Everything you ever want, all your dreams and the best things in the life is on the other side of fear. You got to get through this thing now. So I quit. Ain't nobody see it. I lost everything with this decision, but I lost everything, but now I have everything. But I made a move. I'm just telling you, man, y'all can, if I were you, if you don't enjoy being normal, I would take a chance.